Hey YouTube, Jeffrey Howells Carpet Cleaning here, and we've got ourselves some Berber carpeting to clean up. So, in this case, this is where your rotary tool slash CRB, whatever you're using for agitation, really comes in handy. Just because there aren't the fibers so much, doesn't wrench quite the same. But we are going to be using Commercial Magic in here and using our CRB just to get up all this stuff here. I think this is what the Christmas tree was, so it's a mix of rust water and dirt and other things that are in there. So whatever doesn't rinse out with the Commercial Magic, we're going to go back and we are going to pre-treat with some rust remover and just dab it out with a terry cloth towel. See, the stairways looking pretty good as far as the Commercial Magic should pick it all up. And we got this room in here. Traffic area, food spillage, all that sort of stuff. But again, I think the Commercial Magic is going to do wonders in here in combination with the CRB. And then we, after our pre-vac has already been taking place, so we don't have to do phase 1. But we're going to move on to phase 2 immediately with our cleaning solution, agitation, and then we will run our lines in and fire up the truck and do our phase 3 with the extraction, and everything will look absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we've just completed phase 2, and you can look at the carpets. The soil suspension is occurring as we speak, and it looks absolutely beautiful in here already without an extraction, but we're going to get an extraction to get it even cleaner. Here's something I want to point out. You see right there, that is an iron spot. And that is why I do not use an iron for point outs for doing spotting. And that's why I recommend that you guys go get one of those steamers, either the Black & Decker that you can find on eBay. A lot of guys are using those, or you can pick up Namco is the name of the brand name that is currently making them right now. Namco, I believe they're about $140. They're a big blue boxy looking device that basically just forces steam down onto the area, so you can use your red spotters or whatever, and the steam will just super accelerate that chemical reaction. So don't risk doing that, because that is permanent. It's not going to come out. Luckily, that one isn't terribly bad. I mean, I've seen some that turn the carpet all brown because it just melts it and burns everything, and then you're kind of stuck with a nasty brown spot in the middle of your front room. So anyways, this whole suspension process is looking great. So we're going to go through the rest of the house doing the exact same thing, getting all the spots and as much of the debris up as we possibly can, then move on to phase 3. Alright, this is before soil suspension process using our Commercial Magic and a CRB. Looky here, we did a pretty fantastic job with just our pre-spray that we put down and agitated into the carpeting. It pulled out all the little nasty spots, the grease, the spills, all that nasty Christmas tree water and rust that was along here. In fact, there's probably still little sediments and stuff in the carpeting, but the Commercial Magic is probably going to offset that, neutralize and sanitize it, but we're also going to use a rinse just to rinse out as much of that stuff as we possibly can. So for a product that's more or less free rinsing, it's not 100% free rinsing, because it is, it does have a pH of about 12.5, I believe. You do want to rinse very well just to get as much of that diluted and out of there as possible to get it back to a neutral state. And then we have the stairs and then a landing upstairs that we're going to do. Why don't we take a real quick look at the landing? That's what we're going to do next. And yeah, I probably will run the CRB over it. This is just a small area from that door to this door here, and I'll just get all these spots up. In fact, do I want to pull? Yeah, I'll bring the CRB up here. So I'm thinking I might grande groom it, but that means running back out to the van and getting the grande groom, and our CRB is already in the house, so Just have to carry it up the stairs. Alright, we got our lines running in because we are finished with stage 2 with the soil suspension. As you can see, we did come down the stairway. It looks pretty awesome right now. I'll pull that back a little ways. You know, some of you guys, I know you have like 6, 7, 8 of these guys, these corner guards. So for some of you guys who are starting out, you don't need that many. You only need like 3 max. Usually will get you through pretty much any scenario you need. 3, possibly 4. That's about all I carry around, because when I go through one area, you know, and then you might go into the, you know, down a hallway where you got right and left. Well, when I get down on the right, I just move the corner guard over to the left, so I don't even bother wasting my time bringing in and having to pick them all up again. So, yeah, so we're going to begin our steam cleaning process here. Water's about 200 degrees by now, and we're going to get going and show you some results here in just a moment. There are some little black spots down there, and those appear to be burns from the pellet stove. So I did go over those, and they won't budge. It doesn't, and it, like I said, I felt them and got down there. Usually they beat up and they're like hard plastic, because this, I have a suspicion, is a cotton blend Berber of some sort. It didn't beat up or become hard or anything because there wasn't really any plastic in there. So yeah, I'm 95% sure that they're burns. The rest of it came out beautiful. Now we are going to move on to the stairway, and then winding this area out will be the last thing that we'll do for backing the hose out behind us. We finish up on the stairways here. Looking real good. On the edges, there was quite a bit of filtration there that we went over a couple of times to get nice and clean. Now, there is still some grain left behind, and part of it is due in part by, see how that's kind of chipped away there? Years of just vacuuming the carpets and hitting the corners. So, in combination with some padding being exposed from underneath, along with, you know, gray chipping along the edge, there is a bit of grain around there. Although we did use a filtration, a towel, scrub brush, the works, and give it a good clean. So, Howells Carpet Cleaning out in the Southeast Portland area. If you have any carpet cleaning questions or needs, requests regarding whether or not furniture or carpeting can be salvaged, feel free to give me a call directly at 503-939-0534. You guys have a blessed day, and catch you in the next video.